Imagine medieval Europe, a world where survival depended on the soil beneath your feet. Each spring, seeds were sown with hope. Each autumn, the harvest determined who would eat. But the land was growing weary. Year after year, the same fields yielded less. Stalks of grain shrank, heads of wheat held fewer kernels, and barren patches spread. This wasn't just a farmer's problem, it threatened everyone. Poor harvests meant hunger, famine, and unrest. The very foundation of society rested on a few inches of topsoil, now crumbling away. Farmers noticed some fields turn poor after years of use, but the cause was a mystery. They lacked the language of science, no talk of nitrogen or potassium, just a sense the land was losing its heart. Their challenge: restore life to tired earth with only what they had. Desperation drove them to seek solutions, observing nature for clues. They saw how, after a forest fire, new life sprang up with vigor. Lush grasses and flowers colonized the burnt ground. Fire, they realized, could be both destructive and creative. It was a dangerous tool, but it offered hope. Could fire restore fertility to their dying fields? This question sparked a quiet revolution in medieval agriculture. The answer would shape the future of their communities. The story of medieval soil is not just about loss, but about resilience and ingenuity. Beneath their feet, a silent crisis was met with bold, fiery innovation. And so the quest to revive the land began. Medieval farmers had few tools to fight soil exhaustion. No synthetic fertilizers, no chemical fixes, just what the land, animals, and their own hands could provide. Manure was precious, collected and composted, but always in short supply. Most peasants owned only a few animals, never enough to fertilize all their fields. Even the lord's larger herds couldn't meet the demand. The solution: letting land rest, crop rotation, and fallow years. Fields rotated between crops and periods of rest, sometimes grazed by animals to add a little manure. But this meant much land sat idle, a costly sacrifice in a hungry world. Farmers were trapped. Growing more food drained the soil, but leaving land fallow reduced their harvest. The pressure to feed growing populations forced them to seek new answers. They needed a way to restore fertility quickly, not just wait for nature to heal. This relentless need for productivity led them to experiment with more radical methods. The answer would come from observing the transformative power of fire. Fire could do in days what years of rest could not. The search for a better way to farm was on. Medieval farmers stood at the edge of what their land could provide. Their ingenuity would soon change the landscape and their future. The next step: harnessing fire to renew the earth. With manure scarce and fields exhausted, farmers turned to Swidden, slash-and-burn agriculture. This wasn't reckless destruction, but a careful, communal process. New land was cleared from forest or scrub, not old fields. First, small trees and shrubs were cut. Larger trees were girdled to die standing. The felled wood dried for months, then came the burn. On a calm day, fire was set, burning inward under watchful eyes. Fire breaks protected the surrounding forest. The goal: a slow, hot burn that left a blanket of ash and charcoal. Once cooled, farmers broke up charcoal and worked ash into the soil. Sometimes charred stumps remained, crops planted around them. The result: dark, fertile, weed-free ground ready for sowing. Fire had transformed the land in days, unlocking new potential. This ancient technique brought fresh vitality to tired communities. Swidden was both a risk and a renewal, a calculated gamble for survival. The stage was set for a new era of farming. The ash left by fire seemed magical to medieval farmers. Where tangled wood once stood, now lay a powdery promise of abundance. Today, we know ash is alkaline, raising soil pH and unlocking nutrients. Acidic forest soils became fertile ground for wheat and barley. Ash acted as a natural liming agent, making nutrients available to crops. It also delivered potassium, phosphorus, calcium, and magnesium, vital for plant health. Burning released minerals trees had gathered over decades, now instantly available. Ash improved heavy clay soils, breaking them up and improving drainage. The result, lighter, crumblier soil, perfect for seeds and roots. Crops flourished in newly burnt fields, their growth a testament to this transformation. Fire didn't just clear land, it changed its chemistry for the better. The alchemy of ash was a breakthrough in medieval soil management. With each burn, farmers unlocked a new cycle of fertility. Ash alone was powerful, but mixed with manure, it became transformative. Monastic records show farmers deliberately combined ash and dung for their fields. Ash provided potassium and phosphorus, manure supplied nitrogen. Together, they created a balanced, potent fertilizer. The ash's alkalinity helped keep nitrogen from escaping as gas. Farmers layered green waste, manure, and hearth ash in compost heaps. This mixture matured, then spread on fields for a nutrient-rich boost. Nothing was wasted. Every resource was recycled. This practice showed a deep, practical understanding of soil health. The synergy of ash and manure fueled medieval harvests. Not all wood burned to ash. Some became charcoal or biochar. These black chunks, mixed into the soil, offered lasting benefits. Charcoal's porous structure sheltered beneficial microbes and held water and nutrients. It buffered fields against drought and heavy rain, slowly releasing what crops needed. Unlike ash or manure, charcoal endured for centuries, building richer soil over generations. Each burn added more biochar, creating darker, more fertile earth. This terra preta effect left a legacy of productivity. Medieval farmers, unknowingly, practiced a form of carbon farming. Their fields became more resilient, supporting future generations. Charcoal was a silent partner in their success. The soil's memory of fire lasted far beyond a single season. With every cycle, the land grew stronger. The gift of charcoal was endurance. Fire clearing was linked to the creation of ridge and furrow landscapes. Heavy, damp soils needed shaping after burning. The moldboard plough, pulled by oxen, turned and piled soil into long ridges. Ridges improved drainage and warmed quickly in spring, protecting seeds from rot. Furrows carried away excess water, creating two microenvironments in one field. The ash and charcoal from burning were concentrated in the ridges, boosting fertility. Ploughing incorporated these nutrients deep into the soil. The result, robust, resilient fields that could withstand the elements. The landscape itself became a record of fire's transformative power. Medieval innovation was etched into the earth. The fertility unlocked by fire was built into the land's very structure. Medieval soil practices may seem primitive, but they hold vital lessons for today. Modern agriculture's reliance on chemicals has come at a cost: soil degradation and pollution. Now, scientists and farmers are rediscovering biochar and nutrient cycling. The medieval model was circular: waste became resource, nothing was lost. Their resilience came from working with nature, using fire, decay, and biology to build lasting fertility. These ancient techniques are inspiring today's regenerative agriculture. The wisdom of the past is shaping a sustainable future. Medieval farmers built soil for generations, not just seasons. Their legacy is a reminder: the answers to our biggest challenges may lie beneath our feet. The secrets of medieval soil could help feed the world again.